Alright, good evening ladies and gents, welcome back to Compound Interesting. In today's video we're going to be going through one of my favourite NFT projects, the Nifty Portal. This is a NFT project dropped by basically a content creation Web3 business. So these guys put out daily Twitter spaces Monday to Friday. So if you don't know what a Twitter space is, it's essentially a live podcast where anyone can come up on stage and speak and share their thoughts and opinions. And they also do I don't think they do it daily at the moment because of the bear market, but they do a very regular YouTube show. That's actually where I first found them. I've been following them for months, and they've a very entertaining YouTube show that they do regularly. And they also do like loads of interviews, podcasts, Tik Toks. So they're basically a Web3 content creation machine, and they have like different people for every single category. So they have a guy for Solana, they have another girl for just daily news, they have another guy for art on the NFT space or in the Web3 space. But that's essentially what the business does. And a few months ago they released this NFT project, and if you actually calculate the value of the NFT project, it seems very undervalued in my opinion, and potentially their opinion as well, but we'll get into that later on in the video. So the main guys who created this NFT project are Pio and Nick, and also another Nick. But Pio was very big in content creation before. He had a pretty successful music video production company, and Nick also had like a huge blog back in the day and is big in the tech space. So they have a bit of a track record in previous business ventures, which is a good sign. Also their track record was kind of in content creation, which is what this business is all about. So it's a content creation business, just kind of like this YouTube channel here, except on a way bigger scale. Like they have a big team, and they have a huge subscriber base and listener base. So they get thousands of listeners every single day, and from those thousands of listeners every single day, and across Twitter spaces, across YouTube, across TikTok, across YouTube shorts, etc. From that they're able to have dedicated sponsored slots for disclosed partnerships and sponsors, which is obviously perfectly above board, and they do everything above board, which is 100% necessary. But yeah, they're making an absolute killing from that right now. They're making a fortune. So they kind of dropped it in one of their videos, like an off comment, that they're making at least 5 figures a week from their sponsored content, and that's just one area of revenue that they can pull upon. Let's try and put a valuation on their company just from those 5 figures a week. So they also mentioned offhand again that their burn rate was about 170k a year from what I can remember. Maybe it's a bit more than that, but yeah, they said they have an extremely small burn rate and extremely high revenue, which is pretty good if you're trying to value a company. But yeah, 10k a week, pretty low burn rate. Let's say they're making about 200 to 300, maybe even 400k a year in profits. And let's stack a very conservative price to earnings ratio on that to try and get a value of their business. So if you stack a 10 price to earnings ratio on those earnings, you get like a valuation around $3 million for their Web3 business, just the sponsored slots, not all the other revenue sources that they could pull upon. And then if you calculate the value of their NFT project, there's 7,600 of the NFTs, and they're valued at $330 at the moment. If you calculate that, adds up to $2.5 million valuation. So their business is actually worth more than their NFT value, which seems a little bit undervalued from what I can imagine, and I'd say their business is probably valued a good bit more. So if you want to bet on this project and bet on this team, you kind of want to imagine that they're going to grow even more over time. And they've said multiple times that they're really building for the long term. They have a very long term vision for years out to come. They have plenty of money. They raise loads of money at millions of dollars they raise millions of dollars at like a multi-million-dollar valuation. So they have plenty of money coming in and plenty of money in the bank to keep going in this content creation for years to come. Actually, I'll just give a caveat to that sponsorship revenue. Like, yeah, of course, maybe that sponsorship revenue could drop, but we are already in a bear market. Yes, we could go lower. Yes, more people could leave the NFT space. So that revenue could dry up a little bit, but I did mention they have plenty of money in the bank to keep them going regardless, and their burn rate is incredibly low. They're not taking huge risks or anything. But just imagine, we're in a bear market now and they're making a sick amount of revenue. just imagine how much money they'll be making when we're back in a bull market and NFTs are going to the roof. Like, imagine how much they'll charge for a sponsored spot then. Like, what will be the fair price at that stage when their Twitter audience has grown exponentially and their YouTube audience has grown massively, and TikTok, etc., etc. The sponsored spot price will be worth a lot more. But what do you get with actually buying the NFT? There's a few different utilities, and like, it's not, you're betting on the team to grow over time, but there's also like other perks that you get from being a holder of these NFTs and upcoming catalysts that could be beneficial for the price in the short term and the long term. In the short term, there's a couple of big catalysts coming up. So firstly, the Solana guy is releasing his own project on the Solana blockchain. So this will be my first Solana project that I bought, but essentially it's Bodega Buddies, because the Solana guy is called Easy Eats Bodega, and it's going to be a dog profile picture project. But with each Nifty portal that you hold, you'll get one whitelist spot, so you'll be able to mint one of them for 2 Solana. So that's a good upcoming utility. You'll be able to mint one of those. And the other main thing that's going to be coming up, the Solana project that's going to be coming up very soon. But the other thing that they're going to be doing is their own profile picture collection, and we know how big profile picture collections are. So when they actually release this, the original NFT, it's done by one of the top artists, not like very top artists, but one of the pretty well known artists in the NFT space, and also has some music done by a pretty top music creator in the NFT space. So it's just this one piece. But now you're going to be able to burn all your Nifty portals for a profile picture collection. So, and if you have more than one Nifty portal, you'll be able to burn it for a more rare profile picture. So that's a big catalyst. I'm not sure, they're not even sure when that's going to be dropping, but that will also grow the IP and the brand of the Nifty portal. The intention that will garner a new I'm sure it'll be successful profile picture collection, might bring even more people from the outside in and learning about the brand as well. So it'll be kind of interesting to see whether or not I'll be burning my Nifty portals, or burning all of them for the profile picture, or keeping them all. I'll probably do a mix of both. I think that's probably the safest option, because who knows which one will have more value. But they're not expanding their ecosystem, as in they're not creating more NFTs, because if you're burning one to receive one, the number of NFTs, like, there's no dilution, the number of NFTs will stay the same. So from a price perspective, I like that. They're not trying to take out more money from the ecosystem. The other thing I didn't mention, which is huge, they also started a new show with one of the biggest crypto creators, one of the biggest crypto YouTubers in the space. They created a new Twitter space show with Elio Trades. I'm sure a lot of you might follow him, but he has like almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So they're doing like a regular Twitter space with him. I think it's every few days, and it's been really, really good, these shows that they've done so far with him. So that was a big pull. So you can see that they're really growing the brand over time, and they're bringing more and more creators from the outside to create these new shows. Another new thing that they're doing, which is kind of interesting, I'm not sure what I think about it, but yeah, they're doing it anyway. They're starting kind of a sports show, so a MMA show is what they're starting with. So they got Carlos Condit, one of famous UFC star, not retired now, but essentially they're streaming UFC fights and kind of talking about it within the Discord for portal holders to be able to watch and listen to them talk about the fights. Like, rather than you just watching the fights by yourself at home, you can kind of be interactive and watch the fights for free within the Discord, which is also pretty nice. Some other utilities, there's a newsletter, and there's also a holders only Discord channel where I've gotten some pieces of alpha in that holders only Discord channel. However, like, it's mainly just like kind of short-term flips, kind of like, oh, there's a new project minting tomorrow, or new project minting today, and that's not really what I'm most interested in investing. But I have gotten some nice little flips in there. But the main things I like to focus on more long-term investments than these kind of quick NFT flips. But if you're interested in that, there's plenty of different Discord channels in there as well. But yeah, that's what the main one is. That's what the main one in there is. So they raised millions of dollars from outside investors. One of the outside investors was Tim Draper's son, DC investor, DeesFi, I think. So some big names in the Web3 and crypto space. They raised a lot of money, so they can't just go off and rogue and not perform now. They have they have a fiduciary duty to those investors. Like, it's not like another NFT project where it's just like, yeah, we sold you pictures, we don't have to do anything. No, they actually have investors who invested in their business and not the NFT project, so they have to deliver on the business. And if the business succeed, it's pretty likely that the NFT project is going to succeed as well. So there's a few short-term catalysts, like the whitelist for the Solana project, and also the burning for the profile picture collection. A few short-term catalysts. I don't think they're fully priced in, but I'm not going to be betting on the short-term movements. But just to be aware, like, I don't think everyone knows about the profile picture collection. Like, they know it's kind of probably coming, but they don't probably know to a great detail. I've dug into this a bit, so there's a lot of nuggets that I managed to find there about like the burning mechanics and how if you have more you'll be able to get a rare one, stuff like that. So I don't think most people are aware of that, but I wouldn't be so much betting on the short-term catalysts. I'm investing in this project for the long term because I think this Web3 content creation business can get very big over the next few years, because content is really where a lot of future gains are going to come from. Like, content is going to be huge in the future, and most people don't really realize that yet. Every business will need some sort of content sector within it, or just be a content business itself. That's everything I know about the Nifty portal. If you appreciate my research, I'd hugely appreciate it if you could smash the thumbs up button, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because if you actually enjoy my videos, make sure you hit the notification bell, because I'm a small channel, it won't be recommended to you. So hit that notification bell if you do like my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.